Hi, my name is Mary Catherine Montgomery, and I started going to Christ the King when I was in high school. I had grown up in a Christian home, had parents who were believers, and have known the Lord for as long as I can remember. But I think growing up, my understanding of my own need for the Lord and of His grace were relatively shallow. And when I was a freshman in high school, my friend Elizabeth Heard invited me to come with her youth group on a mission trip to Belize, and that youth group was Christ the King. And so I went not knowing many people and was pretty quiet for most of the trip, but I was listening and I was watching, and what really got me was the way that they were speaking about Jesus, because they talked as if Jesus actually loved sinners. And I remember one night we were singing "Come Ye Sinners," and I was just shocked as we were singing it what those lyrics were declaring. And never before had I heard so explicitly that Jesus loves the unlovely and the unfaithful, that He welcomes them. And I think I told them at the end of the trip that God had changed me, and it was because I was beginning to understand the fullness and the freeness and the security of the gospel for the first time. When I was a sophomore, I started struggling with doubt, started asking a lot of questions of just how do we know that the Bible is true, and the way that the youth leaders walked with me through those questions was one of the most formative things that I've experienced. They were faithful, gentle, and patient, hopefully invited me into her home weekly, and they helped me to see that the gospel could handle my questions, and they helped me to see who the Lord was in the midst of my doubt, in the midst of my suffering, that He is close and compassionate and kind, that He doesn't stiff arm us, that He's not threatened by our questions. And because of the way that they loved me so well and walked with me through that season, made me want to walk alongside others in a similar way. And so after college, I did the RUF internship, which was so cool. And then after that, I moved to Austin and have been doing youth ministry here for the past few years. And it's been so fun and so sweet to walk alongside students the way that I had been so cared for and loved in high school. And it's really beautiful to see how the Lord used a season of my life that was so painful and turned it into a place out of which I get to point others to the trustworthiness and the beauty and the tenderness of Jesus. And I think just thinking about how the Lord guides us through seasons of darkness and lowness, and I've been deeply encouraged recently by Psalm 23 and the way that it paints a picture of the God who comes close. And I love the verse that says He prepares a table for us in the presence of our enemies. And it's crazy that it's there that He prepares a table. It's not after the enemies are gone. It's not when everything is fixed and it's all good. It is in the presence of the enemy that He prepares a feast. And it's such a beautiful reminder that our God turns vulnerability into communion. That is in that place that we are invited to know Him and depend on Him more deeply, to see Him more clearly, to see that He is Emmanuel. He is God with us, and the way that He is present and cares for us in that place is so beautiful, and I'm so thankful.